Ladies, gentlemen, people of the Arrowverse, I hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to a kind of CWES kind of update video, because today we're talking about renewals. Yes, new seasons for shows that some of you may have expected, some of you who definitely said wouldn't get new seasons, but I feel like they always do, but we'll get into that a little bit later. We've got a new Superman and Lois promo, and I want to talk about why people are flacking on the new Superman suit after previously praising it. So this is kind of a little mishmash of a video. By the way, check out my Snyder Cut update video yesterday if you haven't done so already. I talk about the new Joker look, amongst other Snyder Cut news, and just other videos on the channel. And yeah, I guess if you go ahead to like this video, go ahead and click that like button. It really does help me out. And if you want to dislike the video, go ahead and do that as well, because hey, if you dislike it, why not dislike it? But before getting to the new Superman and Lois promo, and I've got something I want to say about that with the wording they used in the trailer, and I would love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on what I'm going to say there. Let's start off with the CW show renewals, and as you would expect, we've got The Flash Season 8, we've got Batwoman Season 3, we've got Legends of Tomorrow. Actually, I said as you expect, but I remember when a lot of us were saying that show is probably going to end around Season 4, and it's still going. 7 seasons of Legends of Tomorrow. Fair enough if you really enjoy it. I fell off the show a long while ago, but it blows my mind. Like, will it? Will it get more seasons than Arrow? That will be fascinating to know. Now, as for The Flash, this comes at no surprise. Like, after Season 7, we're going to get Season 8 now. We know that for sure. But don't forget that with Grant Gustin, when he was talking, was it like on Instagram or like a podcast kind of thing? I remember maybe it was with Michael Rosenbaum. By the way, he was talking at the time, this was quite a while ago now, that he was negotiating for future seasons of The Flash because his contract ended just like a lot of Arrowverse shows and leads contracts end at Season 7, right? So that means he could walk away from the show if he wanted to, but he was in negotiation for 2 more seasons, so that takes him up to Season 9. So I just want to put this out there, and a lot of people are realizing this anyway. The fact that we've got Season 8 now likely kind of means we're probably going to get a Season 9 if he was initially talking about 2 more seasons beyond Season 7 back then. And I really wouldn't be surprised. Flash probably will go to Season 9. The only thing I care about is if they can keep engaging story for that long. Other than that, it's practically my only Arrowverse show, other than technically Stargirl now that's on the network, and the upcoming Superman and Lois, not Superman Lois, that I care for. But Batwoman Season 3, that's the one I was referring to when I said about some people say, oh, this shite's gonna get cancelled. The CW will renew shows like this. Like, if they've got a certain audience base, especially with a Season 2 being Season 1, really, so this is actually like it's getting renewed for Season 2, because this is like the Season 1, even though it's Season 3. Are you still with me there? I trust a lot of you get what I mean there, just because we've got a new lead. It is like a soft reboot, all while technically being very samey to Season 1. It's still a lot more preferable to the poorly received Season 1, I would say, for the majority of people. I'm not saying that it was poorly received by you, I'm just saying by a wide scope. But this doesn't deter it from getting another season, and I'm game for that, because if it's got the fans there, people are watching it. I've already said, whilst I'm still not completely on board with it, there's a lot more things I like about Batwoman Season 2, and I think, you know, with it being like a Season 1.2, it should be renewed for its 2nd season, if you know what I mean, even though it's its 3rd. But I'm going to stop getting complicated there, because yeah. But what about Superman and Lois? Well, that wasn't renewed. You may have heard that it was, but it actually wasn't. For now, it's been granted 2 additional episodes. So Season 1 is going to have 15 episodes. Now, you may have heard me speak about my last Superman and Lois promo breakdown, the actual official trailer that we got. I said I don't want them to milk it for lots of episodes, because that's my biggest problem with network television. It loses its engagement in me with the storylines because of too much filler. I'm not going to rehash everything there, because you've probably heard me say it a million times before, but I said the max episodes I'd be willing to go for in terms of what I think is fine, just like Doom Patrol Season 1. Very engaging plot. I don't think there was any filler in that, and that was 15 episodes. So Superman and Lois Season 1 is now 15. They've got a couple more episodes to kind of complete their season, if you will. And if you're liking the look of Superman and Lois just from the promos, well, you've got a whole 2 more episodes. And as for a renewal for that, I have no doubt that we'll be getting Season 2. As for when that announcement will be made, probably after the first episode or 2, when they just see the numbers of people that tune in, and just be like, yeah, guys, we're going to get a 2nd season. Just please don't let that 2nd season be like 20 episodes or 22. Just keep it at 15. please. But everyone, as I said, there's a new Superman and Lois promo, some very cool shots in there, but there's something that I don't know how I feel about. I get what they were going for, and I'm not trying to be nitpicky, and I trust a lot of you will get what I'm saying, but it should spark an interesting discussion down in the comments below. And I know what this show is all about with family and stuff, but hey, let me just roll the promo and then let's talk about it afterwards.
The world will always need Superman. Right now, this family needs you more.
Dad!
So as you saw, that was mainly like a promo for the first episode, more or less. Now, coming out of this, and also the promo photos that came along this episode that you should be seeing on screen right now, a lot of people are also taking the piss, shall I say, out of the suit. And that's very interesting, especially after so many people were praising it beforehand. Now, we'll get into that in just a second, but one thing that I wanted to raise is what Lois says in the promo. I just feel like they could have worded it better without such a generalization or a blanket statement, because it really doesn't resonate with what I feel like they were trying to say or what should be said. And what I mean by this is that Lois says in the promo that the world will always need Superman, but then she goes on to say, right now this family needs you more. Now, I know what this show is all about. It's about Clark kind of balancing his Supermanhood, if you will, with his family, the importance of both, which I couldn't even begin to fathom how hard that would be. And also Lois, like, she's got her own thing going, and also balancing the home and work family life, because as she is such a successful outgoing reporter, that's obviously a very hard task for her as well. But it's just the only thing I have a little bit of a gripe with is when she says, yeah, the world will always need Superman, but right now this family needs you more. It's like, yes, Superman's family needs him, and especially with relevancy to this show, but no. The world will always need Superman more in any shape or form. Now, you may be saying, just like me, I get what they were trying to say there. So do I. So do I. My only issue there is just it's such a blanket statement. It generalizes it way too much, because no matter what, when you put that in the same sentence, despite what issues Clark needs to be there with his family for, things that only a father can stand in for and not Superman, they need their dad, they need Clark. No matter what, the world will always need Superman. Billions of people will always need Superman more. It's not quite on this level, it just kind of reminds me of the whole "we are the Flash" thing. And this sparked a conversation in my Discord server on Twitter, and people were saying I get what they were saying, but you know, the world has multiple heroes, but for a family there's only things that Clark and as a father can provide. But I'm just kind of like, yeah, I agree there's multiple heroes, however, the needs of billions of people will always surpass that of the needs of the family, if you know what I mean, at the end of the day. And he is easily the most effective hero out there ability-wise, which I don't think anyone could really argue with, because Superman is quite literally worth 1 billion, well, like 1,000 Green Arrows in terms of effectiveness with his abilities and saving people, stopping planes, saving buildings. You get what I'm trying to say. So this set may sound nitpicky to you. I just feel like it was quite contrived of a line to use in the trailer to push the narrative of the plot forward, because it's all about family, right? It's all about him being Superman, but being there just as much as he is Superman for the world, for his family. Just that, in conclusion, my only issue is with the blanket statement of this whole family needs you more than the world. Yes, in one way, but no, not really. The world will always need Superman a shite ton more than any family or sincerity or emotional attachment to the family. I don't know. I know I'm rambling, but it's just going to be interesting. What do you think of that line? Some of you would just be like, oh, I didn't even think of that. But to me, this is Superman we're talking about. Think about what makes up his character. Think about what he stands for. That's why I argued the Smallville thing, no matter what you think about that in Crisis, it was really silly. It's just like, all of the Smallville setup just to be Superman for a few years and just be like, the world needs me. No, they'll be fine. I'm just going to be a dad. You know, that's, if you understand Superman as a character, and I'm not saying you don't through saying this, I suppose. I don't mean any hate. It's just like you would understand how problematic that Crisis cameo scene was. It wasn't. Putting that aside, the bitching Boba session, let's talk about the suit. So people were looking at this image, right, and they're like, oh my god, look at that. So their issue is with the crest, the House of El crest. It is kind of flapping like this, and it distorts, you know, the wind's going under. It makes sense aerodynamically, but I think people are taking issue with the fact that it's kind of printed on by the looks of it, rather than that of like an external kind of extruding symbol through it being attached on there, perhaps. Now, I respect everyone's opinions. Maybe you just wish that it had some kind of, you know, actual plaque on there that was almost malleable, so it kind of went in between his sternum or something, you know, showing his muscles, rather than it just being softly printed on there, like this logo right here, because that's kind of what it's like. I get people's points. Maybe they should have actually, as I just said, put an actual plating over it so it seemed cooler, so it didn't just flap there as much. Maybe they tried that, but it didn't look as good with the new suit revisions that they made. And this is coming from the people who designed the suits for The Boys, the DC Universe shows, now HBO Max shows. But maybe you can tell me why it's such a big deal down in the comments below. But I do partially understand it, but let me know what you think. Do you think people are overreacting there? Do you still think it looks amazing? Either way, I still think it's a really good suit. Definitely a markup from the CW early years of Supergirl, Superman suit that Tyler Hoechlin had to make do with because it wasn't designed for multiple seasons. But either way, that wraps up this video, guys. I just wanted to throw a little discussion update video out there. So let me know all of your thoughts on everything I discussed in today's video. Are you happy with these renewals? And what do you think of the Superman Lois stuff I discussed? But other than that, subscribe if you want to stay up to date with more stuff on this channel with me discussing it, I suppose, and like the video if you did enjoy it. Check out the links in the top pinned comment to my Twitter. That is where I'm most active. I do have an Instagram and other places to follow me, such as a Discord server. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you Kryptonians, I suppose, and people of the multiverse in the next video. Goodbye.